Alright, guys. I'm a little worried about storage space because I've been doing I have a lot of pictures on my phone right now from this website that I've been messing around on. But hopefully it should be fine. Alright, we'll see if these people cooperate. Ooh, alright. Now, kind of resembles Kazuki, one of his OCs. I'm just going to start with the lowest price things for now. Alright. That's about all we can do. I've been too lazy to do relationships off screen. I've only been going back through paths so far. But I will soon, because it'll be helpful for even later on in the game. Let me clear out some of these in events right quick. Then we'll be on our way. The good news is, I think we're actually gonna get past the Dark Lord in this episode. Not the Darker Lord, but the Dark Lord. Sky. But yep, low storage is something I worry about a lot, and that's probably going to be another rant that I'm going to be doing later on. I don't know if I mentioned it on my community post, but yes, that's definitely something I have planned. I wish storage didn't exist. We can just have unlimited stuff on our phones and other devices. Maybe once technology evolves more. Maybe, just maybe. Hell, my dad said that technology was still in its baby stages and it has already come a long way. So just imagine what the next things in store are. Ooh. But first, we gotta defeat. We're gonna get we should unlock the dragon right now. Just about right now. Yep. Do you know what dragons are? Yeah, of course. But it's gonna take a while before we'll actually get to ride it around. I don't think we're gonna be able to do that until we defeat the Dark Lord, if I remember correctly. He's very mean at first, but once we get the face off, he's sweet and gentle. It would be awesome if you can customize the dragon like you said one time, Green Ethan. And I agree with you. I would probably make something similar to... I would probably base the dragon off of the dragon from Shrek. I feel like Ash would base his dragon off of his OC, Shiru. Yes, thank you, Moose. So, yep, today's Friday. I love Fridays. My dad said he may do, like I mentioned to you guys back on Wednesday, I believe. My dad said that he may plan to do sausage and steak on the charcoal grill called the Egg. So hopefully he'll stick to that, because right now I'm craving sausage and tacos. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh, yes, Panacea. Beautiful, beautiful. People are spending most of their time healing. You gotta get this dragon. You gotta get the face off. So yeah, the dragon doesn't actually get defeated. It's just the face that gets taken off. So he goes from being ferocious to friendly. You know something? I'm in the mode to just talk more about the future. That's probably what I'm going to be doing in this episode, is just talking more about the future. Because I don't know, it's just something that I've been thinking about a lot. I'm really looking forward to the future, not just for myself, but for other people. Especially Daniel Cannon, as his full name is, his YouTube channel is called Daniel Plotagon. That's also the name of his series he has on his channel, because he uses Plotagon to create a lot of his videos and there's just random shenanigans and toilet humor in those videos. It's fine. Alright, go to sleep. For now, we will call you when we need you. I'm also excited for the future for you, Green Ethan. I know you said you're enjoying you're enjoying the times you have right now. Which, I have some enjoyable times in real life right now too, but that doesn't mean we can't look forward to the future. Just because times are good now doesn't mean they're not going to get any better. I know that there's some cons about, the future too. When you graduate, because, and I understand that, because I know that you have, friends in school that are gonna go their separate ways when you guys graduate, and you don't want to lose that, and I completely understand that. So don't get me wrong, I do understand where you're coming from, but we still gotta be positive about the future. Now, don't give me hell, I may be looking forward to the future, but that doesn't mean there are some good times in the present, that there aren't some good times in the present, and that also doesn't mean that I miss the past too, because believe me, I do miss the past as well. Don't get me wrong, there are things in school that I'm glad I don't have to deal with anymore, but at the same time, I do miss school dearly. Of course, one of the main aspects I miss about it is, of course, friends. And the same goes for my old town in general. I have a really close friend that we have a pretty big age gap, so I never even went to school with her. Her name is Dayanara, and I miss her. I've actually known her since she was a baby. I first met her when I was 10, and she was just a baby. Oh my god. Oh, okay, good. Thank you for not fleeing on us. Alright. That should give us a pretty good boost. Ooh, I even leveled up. Ooh, yes, double royal wave. Good. Good, good, good. But yep, of course we couldn't really be friends at the time because she was just a baby. I couldn't really communicate with her, but later on in the summer of 2017, my mom started babysitting her again, and I would hang out with her a lot too. And we would just have so much fun together. I don't give a shit about age gaps. If you're a good person, if you're a kind person, if you're a good person, if you're an accepting person, if I have fun with you, that's enough for me to consider you a friend. I don't give a shit about age gaps. Age does not matter. And then I think we would do the same in summer of 2018 as well. We didn't really hang out much during when she had school, which I graduated, but so only she was in school at the time. I mean, I was in 5th grade when I first met her and when my mom babysitted her a couple of times, but I just mean like later on, like when we all got a little bit older and she came back into our lives in 2017. I had already graduated because I graduated in 2016. But yeah, you get the point. Yeah, I miss her a lot, and that's one. So yeah, I do understand. Sometimes thinking about the future can make us sad because sometimes good things have to end, you know. For another door to open, a door has to close. So yeah, I do understand. Why some people are kind of like mixed about the future. I mean, they're excited, they're looking forward to it, but at the same time, they rather focus on in real life because they don't want to lose those times. For example, like if you have like a close friend, you may be worried about the future because of either them moving away or you moving away or both of you guys moving away. Oh no, that's one of the saddest things about graduating from high school or just moving to a different place because you got to leave that behind. But yep. Like I think Daenerys just turned 15 and Green Ethan will turn 15 on the 25th because his birthday is Christmas, believe it or not. So they're actually about the same age. If you want to get accurate, Daenerys even a tad older than Green Ethan. So that just goes to show that age does not matter because... And of course, we have Ash. He's going to turn 16 very soon. So that just goes to show that age does not matter. Okay, good. I usually start with the lowest prices or like my main four, but I can't help but prioritize myself once we get Realm of the Fae or later. In fact, I think Dale's friend Norman is a little bit older than him. Because now I don't know the whole story, but he was his professor or paraprofessional. I don't remember what it was called exactly, but it's like a helper. They help people with like special needs. And they are like supervised by a teacher. And I remember Dale would he would tell us stories about Norman. And one of them involved him going to his truck to get his lunch. Now and Dale was like at the latest 14. Because his birthday is in January. When he started 8th grade, for example, he was 13. Then he turned 14 during 8th grade. And you have to be at least 16 to drive and own a car. So that means he's at least 2 years older than him. Now that's not very much, but I'm just saying at least. He could be a bit older. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, I think this is the last fight before the Darker Lord. But something else to remember is when in terms of the future, like I said, you just gotta think positive. Yeah. It's sad because you gotta leave things behind, but at the same time, new doors will open too. For example, I know that you and your skull friends are gonna be going your separate ways, Green Ethan. But good news is that you'll be an adult. You'll have more freedom. You'll eventually make more friends, depending on your path in life. So yeah, you just gotta think positive about that kind of stuff. I mean, it might be easier for me because I've already left behind my in real life friends when I graduated from high school and I moved away from that town. The doors have already closed for me, so it's easier for me to think about the future when I've already gone through with the hard part of it. It's easier for me. If you're still like, if I was still in your position, then yeah, it would be harder to think positive about the future because you don't want to let go of the present. So yeah, I do get it. I do. I'm really looking forward to, my story, publishing my books, going to the programs, making friends in this town. I'm excited for doing all that. And not only am I excited for my future, but I'm also excited for other people's futures as well. Like I said, Daniel is an example. He hates school with a burning passion, you guys. I'm serious, guys. I have never seen anyone who hates school as much as this dude. If I were to give an award to somebody, and the award would be who hates school the most, I would probably give it to Daniel. Because, oh my god, he hates school with a burning passion. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't entirely blame him. I mean, there were things, I liked school, don't get me wrong, and like I said, there are things that I miss about school. There are things that I like about school. And yeah, and there was some shit that I hated, and I'm glad that's over, but there are some good aspects too. But for Daniel, no. He just hates school 100%. He did go on a field trip. I think it was yesterday, which he enjoyed, but that's about it. Occasional field trips and other fun things, but other than that, he just hates it. So I am looking forward to him graduating That way he can focus on his two dream job careers, which is being a motorcycle mechanic and being a professional polygonist. Oh boy. So yep. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying the present is completely boring, but I'm still waiting for some I'm still waiting for the really good stuff to start. You know, getting my stuff done, like, you know, getting an ID, getting into my programs, getting a bank account. Because once all that gets done, then I'll really get off the ground. I'm looking forward to all that because then I'll really start enjoying life. Plus, Green Ethan, while I understand you don't want to leave your friends behind, because I know that they're probably going to be going their separate ways when they go to college. But just to think positive, you'll have more freedom, and we'll get to have the past back. That's another thing. Sometimes it's not only new stuff, but sometimes it's stuff that you've had before and that you want back. For example, I know we would have a lot of fun together with live streams and premieres. Once you're an adult and you don't have to worry about, oh boy, seriously? Seriously, Green Ethan? All right, we did it, guys. We did it. We did it. But yeah, as I was saying, we can do live streams and premieres together again. You'll get to have a YouTube channel again. You can create a new Discord account, and we can go back to the times that we had back in 2021. Because believe me, I miss those times dearly. And I know you do too. And I'm pretty sure Ash does, and Purple Ethan misses those times as well. He even said that it's not the same without you being a part of our squad, and I agree with him. Ash isn't... I mean, I will say that Ash isn't as close to you, but I'm sure he misses you too. Hell, like, in a few years, I'm probably gonna do a season 2 of Miitopia. I'm not gonna do it like right away this time. I'm gonna wait this time. That way we'll get to have this one and we'll get to have like the old-fashioned ones where that I will premiere and that you can come to the premieres and we can just chat while we watch them like we did last year and the beginning of this year before the mayhem happened. And don't get me wrong, I love my dad, but I do want to get my own place one of these days. For example, he gets really annoyed and impatient with me. Like, for example, I'll have my TV on and I'll like have the door open because I'll need to get out for something, and then like he gets impatient with me, telling me to close my door. And it's just like, be patient. I'm gonna close my door. I just need to get something. Jeez. It's stuff like that. I won't have to worry about that anymore. Despite being younger, I think my brother will get his own place before I do. Due to my special needs and, and the delayed development. I'm technically younger than him. I mean, I'm older than him in age, but in terms of like maturity and development, I'm still a bit younger than my brother. My dad even understands it too. Like, he understands that I'm behind on life and that I'm even behind my brother, so to speak. So yeah, don't be surprised if he gets his own place before I do. And like I said, it's not like I'm not gonna ever see my dad again once I get my own place. Or it's not like I'm not gonna see him again. I don't know if I worded that wrong. Cause we're gonna be like getting together on some weekends for like family meals and whatnot. I know my brother is probably gonna be coming over just about every weekend to watch sports. For me, it depends. It depends on like certain factors. Whether I'm busy, depending on like whether my dad's here or at Nana's. The season. And what he cooks. Like, if he cooks something that I like, then I'll come. But if not, then I'm probably not gonna come. However, let's say it's like during the summertime, but he's living at Nana's house when they pass. I'm not trying to sound morbid, I'm just saying. Because he said that he may inherit the house. And he's thinking about like living there. And if he does, then I'm still gonna go there. Like, I may go there on some weekends to swim. even if my dad doesn't like cook something that I don't like that particular day, but I can still go over to swim if it's like summer and if he is living there. So it just depends on basically two things. If he's cooking something I like, then I'll go. If it's in the summertime and he's at that house, then I won't go over there to eat, but I will go over there to like visit and swim. Because my grandparents' house has a pool, so yeah. Again, I'm not trying to sound morbid. I'm just trying to be genuine. I'm trying to be genuine of what could happen in the future. As for Daniel, look, okay, I'm about to get into something really controversial, guys, but he wants to drop out of high school. Like, he said that once he turns 17 or 18, he'll probably drop out of high school. Unless he can't for whatever reason, or if he changed his mind. And I can understand why that's, like, frowned upon or whatever. But I'm not completely against the thought. Because he hates school. It just tires him out. It stresses him out. He already has 2 jobs. He already learned everything in life that he needs, that school has already taught him. So, honestly, if he dropped, whether he dropped out or if he graduated, I don't think it's going to make the difference. I don't think it's going to make a difference. But I'm going to assume that he's going to just graduate. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah. Now, if high school actually taught you things that you need in life, then yeah, that would be a different story. That's why one of the books that I'm going to be writing is the school system book. And then I'm also going to put advantages of having a better school system, and it's gonna have fewer dropout rates. Because let's say high school was really useful. You actually did learn a bunch of useful stuff in high school. Then I would be completely against dropouts. But since right now, well, it just depends on the person. Like, I know how Daniel is. So, that's why I'm kind of neutral when it comes to high school dropouts. Like I said, if high school was, more useful, then I would be against them. And I'm going to be talking about that. I'm going to be... Alright, I apologize for the cutoff. It should be fixed now. Hopefully it doesn't knock my camera over. Green Ethan, your head, it just looks like a black circle with grass coming out. But yeah, I'm gonna have a section where there's gonna be pros of a better school system, and I'm gonna put fewer dropout rates, because even though I'm neutral to them, I would be against them if high school was more useful. Plus, I still prefer people to graduate, although I'm not gonna judge people who do drop out because you don't know their situation. So yeah. I'm also going to include that because, like I said, like, it would be a different story if high school was more useful. If high school was more useful, I do think we would have fewer dropouts and more people would actually graduate. And another thing that Daniel is just dying to do is get his driver's license. He doesn't want anything for Christmas besides a driver's license. And he shouldn't have anything holding him back. I mean, he turned 16 in March. He's old enough to. Ooh, the catalog. He's old enough to get a driver's license. I hope he can take a driver's classes soon. Because that way he can go anywhere he wants whenever. He can drive to like school on his own. He doesn't have to take the bus. He can go to McDonald's because he loves McDonald's and I don't blame him. I actually had it for dinner tonight. He can have Taco Bell. He even wants to have fast food on Thanksgiving. As much of a travesty as it is, and as much as I do like some Thanksgiving foods, I don't blame him for thinking that. Hopefully he'll get to do that on Thanksgivings once he lives on his own. And yeah, I'm probably him and I are gonna do something similar when we get our own places. You know, him and I, like, we're very out of shape. My dad even said that it could stem from having autism spectrum disorder and neurofibromatosis, but I don't have the strength and the fitness to move around furniture, and neither does Daniel. So what we're going to do is we're either going to hire movers to move everything, or we're just going to leave our stuff in the house and just like get a furnished house and only buy like the minor things that we need that the apartment doesn't have. Daniel said that he's going to do the latter. And I think that's a good idea. Like, not only because you don't have to carry a bunch of shit, but also because, like, maybe, like, maybe, like, I'll need, like, I'll just use myself as an example. Maybe, like, like, when I'm living at my own place, but another good thing to, like, leaving things here is, like, if you need to spend the night for whatever reason, or just want to spend the night, I'll already have my room furnished. I mean, I probably won't ever need to spend the night once I get my own place, but you never know. So that's also a good thing to do just in case you need to, like, spend the night. Whether I'm here or whether we're living at grandma's house. Who knows? So yeah, that's a good idea for Daniel. Not just for me, but for Daniel because of that reason as well. Now, I know a lot of writers like suffer from like writer's block. For me, I'm kind of suffering from the opposite. I mean, I should be grateful, which I am grateful, but sometimes I do feel overwhelmed because like I just have so much I want to write about. And to me, that can be a good thing. I mean, I worry about it because sometimes you may forget some stuff, but at the same time, I am grateful for it. Even though sometimes being overwhelmed can make you go insane, but I'd rather be overwhelmed than have like writer's block. So I am grateful for that aspect. And yeah, I've just been doing that as well. If you guys are ever wanting updates, you know, it's just a little this, a little that, same old, working on my books. Chatting with my friends. That's basically what I do. But yeah, that's one good thing that happened this year is I started working on my first book like way earlier this year, which is the Ficto book, and then I more recently started the autistic spectrum book and the harms about religion book. So that's a good thing. That's one good thing that happened because it gives me like something to do. Like it gives me something serious to do. Even if you're like a laid back, easygoing person, sometimes even you just have to get serious. Even though my main personality in Miitopia is kind, but laid back and cautious would be my second and third main personalities. First is kind, second is laid back. I'd say second is laid back and the third is cautious. My number one main is kind. But even if kind is my main personality, I can still relate to the laid back aspect of it all. It feels good to do something serious. It's helped me to get off the ground somewhat, if you know what I mean. If I waited to start those books, then I would feel even more lost and be even more bored. It feels good to have started them. No, don't. Please don't put us in a quarrel. Please don't. No. 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 Why? So yeah, while I'm still enjoying the present somewhat, I do miss the past greatly, and I'm looking forward and am longing for the future. Looking forward is an understatement at this point. I'm like yearning for the future. And I know, like I said, Green Ethan, I understand why you're skeptical, but at the same time, and that you're and that you don't, you do not want to leave what you have now behind, and I understand that. But believe me, it's gonna be a lot better for the future for both of us, because you'll have more. Oh God, the sickness, sickness is here. You'll have more freedom. You'll be an adult. You'll have more freedom. You can start working towards your dream jobs. And for me, I will be in my programs. I'll make in real life friends in the town that I currently live in. Now, don't get me wrong. I do have real life friends. They're just in other towns and in my old town. I'm looking forward to making in real life friends in the town that I live in now. And when I get into my programs in like 2 years, will probably be when I get into them. This will be Orkia's permanent. I've probably said this before, but she used to be known as Orshinia, but I took out the A and E, and so her name's now Orkia. It's easier to say and not as long. Ew, yes, good. That's gonna be her permanent fan. I've never even changed the other one because it was just pink and cute, and the second best fan behind the fancy fan. You know what? I'm gonna see if I can get more heart flowers so I can sell them and get more loot. Yeah, I am gonna be ending this off pretty soon because number one, I'm worried about the storage, and we're about to be getting into an hour, and I don't want it to be too long anyway. Ugh, I hate it when that happens. God! So yeah, I can understand having mixed feelings about the future because you're enjoying the present, but you just got to think positive about the future. I mean, you want to enjoy the present as well, but at the same time, it's good to be positive about the future. Plus, I'm also looking forward to Ash becoming an adult because he'll have more freedom too. He's an amazing artist. I'm excited for him being able to open money commissions down the road because he is an amazing artist, so I'm pretty sure he'll make bank off of them. Plus, he'll have more practice by then and like he'll learn more skills and techniques. So he'll be even a better artist by that time. And I'm looking forward to all that. He's already a good artist now, don't get me wrong, but he'll be even a better one once he opens his money commissions. It's slight, but he may open them before he turns 18, but more than likely, he's gonna wait until he turns 18. Which is probably most likely because I'm not sure, but I think you have to be 18 to have a PayPal account anyway, so yeah. And hopefully my books I can make decent money off of my books. That would be awesome. I can spread awareness. I can make decent money and I can buy commissions from Ash and support him. And he can support me with my books and we can both support each other. And Green Ethan, I know you want to read some of my books too. So if you want, you can also buy them if it works out. So yeah, that's why I'm so excited about the future. It's just going to be more eventful. Not just for me, but just for everyone. Hell, even if I was like already in my programs and like had in real life friends, I would still probably look forward to the future. Because these programs, I think they're going to be extremely permanent. They're going to be permanent or extremely long term. I'm probably going to be going to them either until I die or when I'm like too old to like function in that sense. But anyway, even if I was already in them, I would still look forward to the future for the sake of my friends. Whether it has an effect on me or not. Because I know Green Ethan, it's going to have a positive effect once he becomes an adult because we'll be closer again. And he doesn't have to worry about being restricted. Some things don't even affect me, like Daniel graduating. I'm mostly excited because for the sake of him, I'll be happy for him. That doesn't really affect me. And like, him becoming an adult doesn't really affect me. I'm just excited for him because he hates school and he hates being a kid. And hopefully he'll learn how to drive soon because that's something else that he really wants to do really bad. Actually, it'll technically affect me in a positive way when Daniel graduates, but not as much as like Green Ethan. Daniel will be able to upload more often and just be more available on YouTube. So, yeah. I guess it will have a positive effect on me, but not as significantly so as like Green Ethan becoming an adult and getting his own place. But yeah, going back to the Daniel versus school discussion. Ironically, for some people, school can just hold them back. It's supposed to help you succeed, but ironically, for people like Daniel, it's just holding them back because Daniel already has his dream jobs. Daniel is a chill person. He just wants to be a motorcycle mechanic. He just wants to be a polygonist. He just wants to chill, relax, have McDonald's. He's about one of the most casual, laid-back people I know. And given that he already has his dream jobs, I say he did it. He didn't need to graduate from high school to. Alright, I'll finish this quest, then I'll end it off. But yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, he didn't need to finish school to achieve not one, but two of his dream jobs. His two dream jobs. This is next door. That's why it's called Peculiar, because it's peculiar. Peculiar. Man, I hope this squirrel ends soon. Why does the game insist on giving us random quarrels? Why? My favorite types of videos that Daniel makes are rants. So hopefully he'll still do rants when he's out of high school. Plus, he won't have school holding him back, so he'll be able to move up in his motorcycle career and YouTube career even faster. And technically, Dale, I'm also excited for Dale too, because for Dale's future, because he'll get to see Norman again. He plans to see Norman this summer after he graduates. And he'll be done with school. I'm also excited for him once he reaches 1,000 subscribers, because I think that would be like a side job he'll have, YouTube. He plans to get monetized so he can make money off of that. So I'm also excited for that, for him. And technically it can be argued that Ash will have like a side job as an artist, making commissions for people. Because honestly, I think that's a better way to go about being an artist than like selling art of your own. People want things of like, people want personal things like of their own. People are less likely to buy art if it's just something that the artist created. People want things that have to do with them in some way, shape, or form. I'm not saying Ash can't do his own things too. I'm just saying he's best doing that just for fun. And in terms of making money, you know, commissions. I think like making your own art should be saved for like just doing that on your own and keeping that to yourself and then just uploading that for people to see for free. And then, you know, the making money aspect of it can be people ordering art that they want. I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. Who knows? Maybe that could be the reason for the starving artist trope, is because a lot of them don't think about that. You love it, so I'm giving it to you. Alright, come on, Quirrell. Come on, Mies. Say that you want to be friends again. Me and Ethan are friends right now. Why can't why can't our Mies be friends right now? Alright, hopefully we're out of storage. I've been stressing about this since the beginning. I'm still enjoying doing this, but at the same time, kind of stressed out about the storage BS. But yeah, and then we have Purple Ethan. I'm excited for him getting his own place, because that way he'll have like more freedom. He'll have one of his dream jobs. His other dream jobs are being a streamer. You know, his number one dream job, like I said, is to be a naval aviator for the Navy or Air Force. But his other dream job, like his side jobs, are like to be a YouTube streamer, like a gamer streamer, a basketball player, or a police officer. Because it's good to have alternatives to fall back on in case, like, because sometimes things don't always work out. Maybe you're not qualified, or you just can't get a certain job for whatever reason. So it is good to have alternatives to fall back on. You can't really tell. I don't know if someone can just tell you, oh, you can't be a writer, because that's something that's like a self-employed job that you can just do on your own. I mean, there's publishers, but still. But I'll probably get a job while I'm in the program that I like, and that will kind of, and I'll at least have that. But hopefully being a writer does work out. I don't expect to get like famous, but I do want to at least become decently known, if you know what I mean. And I want to spread awareness about these topics. But yep, who knows? Maybe we can be closer to Purple Ethan, because one of the reasons why he can't be very active sometimes on Discord is not just because of him being busy, but also because his mom has a problem with him being on the phone sometimes. And it's like, come on. It's not like Ethan's on the phone all the time, you know. He has like, yeah, he does other stuff like his job. So if he wants to be on his phone, just let him. As for the weirdest T96, he's actually older than me. I don't know too much about his future, but hopefully he can eventually get a good dream job / career. And eventually get his own place. I remember him saying that he wants to move to Canada one of these days. So hopefully he'll get to do that eventually. Now that would cause him to have to leave behind his Chicago friends like Adrian, but he'll get to make new friends probably. And hell, he'll probably get to meet his Canadian friends, because we have friends that live in Canada. We have online friends that live in Canada, like Sean and Blake. And maybe he'll get to meet them in real life. Mm-hmm. And that's similar to the future discussion that I mentioned. This doesn't just go for like the future, like, you know, the future coming, but it also goes for like moving to a new place. Yes, you may have to leave things behind, but there will also be new people and opportunities. Sometimes you just gotta accept that sometimes doors just have to close in order for other ones to open. Sometimes you just have to leave things behind, whether in an old town or in the past, in order to meet new people and to find new opportunities. But other than that, I don't really know much about Steve's plans or dreams for the future. When I get my own place, I'm just going to stay in the town I am now, because I don't want to... Once I get into my program, I'm gonna want to just stay there. So, yeah. Plus, my dad wants me to. My dad thinks it's better for me to be closer to him and whatnot. It's better to be closer to family, even especially if you have like special needs. Even when you're an adult, you know, it's just better. Even some people who don't have special needs, sometimes people may have other reasons to be close to want to like stay close with parents and whatnot, or just other family members. So yeah. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end it off right here, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. I think we had a good talk today. See you guys later. Bye.